Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting to work on my first day of my Week in a Life album 2024. I do have a few videos up already on this album. For example, how I did my entry pages and how my whole plan is for this. And now I will start on Monday. So I already told you in my last video that I like to start with one day of the week to see which photos I took, how I want to use the embellishments, and then I will continue with all the other days of the week in kind of a bulk system. So I started with Monday and I printed some photos out and I'm cutting them all up. And for this outside of the page protector photo, I made some tabs and I made them out of the cutouts of one of the papers so they match in color. I love that. This year I focused on capturing the details. I took a lot of close-up shots, a lot of detail shots, or just not like the whole room, just one thing out of the room. And I'm not particularly journaling a lot about the details. My journaling is more roughly telling about my day, but I used the little journaling strips that came in the main kit later on to tell a little bit more about the details. But I really loved that photo adventure. It was a different angle, a different kind of way to tell the story. And I really love how it turned out because these are all pretty pictures and they are kind of nice to look at, and I really liked how they look in my album. And I also like to take the opportunity in this project to capture all my meals and the food that I'm eating. It's such a mundane thing that you do daily in your life, but it's also kind of satisfying to see it all captured. I managed to really capture all my meals throughout the week. I think sometimes it can be hard to remember it, but I set a timer on my phone and I knew roughly when I would be eating, so I had this timer on my phone and usually I remembered it. I used this 3x8 journaling card from the main kit to just glue the photos on it, and on the back I made a checkbox journaling card myself. Because I had planned that my daily journaling would be on a big page, a 6x8 or more than one 6x8, maybe two. And I also wanted to use the 4x6 card for journaling. I hadn't had any journaling left for this 3x4 card, so I decided to just use it as a decorative card and to put a photo of my cat in it. So this card will always be like the cat of the day. I always like to include the weather in my Week in a Life albums. It's so interesting The community documenting week is, I think, always in like late spring, early summer, so around the same time of the year. And it's so interesting to see how the weather is always different. This week was kind of crazy where I live. So one day we had bright, sunny, nice weather, and the other day it was raining so heavily. So it was different every day, which is also kind of fun to document this. So I didn't do 7 similar cards, only sunny weather, for example. It was very different every day. For this, I used the 3x4 vellum cards that were, I think, in the main kit. And I used an old stamp set that I had in my stash. I always love to include products from my stash and really use them. I also added a date stamp on each of the cards, and it's so nice and satisfying to see all the rainbow colors in all 7 cards together. For the 4x6 journaling cards from the main kit, I wanted to include some hand journaling because my daily journaling would be typed up and printed from the computer. And I used the prompts high and low for my best thing of the day, and then a thing that was the worst. And I decided to journal about real life. So I had this little stamp phrase that says "Hello real life," and I stamped in the same color that the day would be. So Monday was red and I used red ink. And I journaled some things that were just real life. And real life sometimes is nice and pretty, but sometimes it's not that great. And I think it's a good addition to the album and to the overall journaling that just describes my day. These were just little details of real life. And I think that's what this project is about capturing real life, the good things, the bad things. So I hope you liked my video, and I see you in the next one. Bye!